Hi, in this video I will show you how you can convert the PassivBot version 6 configuration to a PassivBot version 7 with using PassivBot GUI. First, we log in. Now, first I give you an overview of new functionality of the monitor system. If we go to PBGui service, PB remote, show details, there's a new button, view all instances. If you click here, you will see all your running instances with monitoring information. So you can easily detect if there are some errors on one of your VPS, remote running bots. So here we see yesterday I had some errors on two of my bots. Theirs was not critical, and restarting the bot helps for the error to stop. So now today, no more errors. So if everything green or orange or this light red here, everything is okay. But this red here says there are some errors in the log files. You still can check the log files, the last error, and clicking here on the row. Then we see the last information message from this bot, the last error message from this bot, and the last traceback. And I tune it a little bit, the default setting of monitoring. If you go here to edit, you can change it, but I changed the defaults so that we not see too much red flags. Okay, so that's new in the monitor setting. Next, I will coding a alarming system so that you can send you a Telegram message or just a pop-up in the GUI that there's an error on one of your instances. Okay, now show you how you can convert the PassivBot version 6 single configuration. Go to Run, then select the configuration you like to convert. It's only available from the Run. So if you like to convert the config you don't running, it's easy. Just create a running instance and don't activate it, and then you can convert it. So I still have 7 running FAO6 single instances. Now we will convert the fetch USDT, go to edit, and now it's really simple. We see here on the right, here on the left, this is PassivBot 6 configuration, and on the right side we already have the converted configuration. So I can show you that it is correct. The here as example, this close grid quantity piece is coming from this parameter here, number of closes. So I simply divide 1 divided by 9, and so we get this 9 closes. So I cannot simulate it, but the configs we get works very well. Then all what it has to do with trailing is set to 0 or 1, but it's as we don't open any trailing, we have no trailing grid ratio, so it's all grid steps, so this parameter has no effect. So this one here is okay. The EMA span comes from here. You see it's the same numbers. Close grid markup range comes from here. Where is it? Markup range. Here it's come from markup range. Min markup is coming from here. So these are these parameters. Then the double down factor is coming from here. See, it's correct number. Then grid spacing is coming from the re-entry price distance, and spacing weight is here from this wallet exposure weighting. And the initial EMA distance is coming from here. Initial quantity is coming from here. These are all zeros. Then the number of positions is always 1 on a single configuration. And the total wallet exposure comes from the wallet exposure. Unstuck close piece, this is a number. On some configuration we have this number, and on some not. Here we have no quantity piece from unstacking in this configuration. So I just take this 0.025 on every configuration. It works well from my history. EMA distance unstack, this is here, coming from here. Unstack loss allowance, here it's 5%, but sometimes you have to change it to 10%. I think I have already changed it in the code. It should be 10% here. That's better than only 5. And unstack threshold is a fixed number I entered here. So these two are fixed. This coming from the configuration, and this sometimes come from configuration, sometimes not. So now short is the same. Then from the live, we have this fetch from the symbol here. Some other live settings coming from the config here. The leverage is the leverage we see here, and the advantage. And the price distance threshold, this is also here in the config. Where is it? Here is the price distance threshold, yes. And so this is all the users coming from the user, and that's all we have on a signal. So now we can just give it copy this. So press Ctrl A, then Ctrl C for copy it, then go to the backtest file 7, and here you already have add backtest, and now click on import, and insert the configuration you copied, press OK. Then here we have the fetch USDT as approved. It's not working for now. Test it again. What was the problem of it? That's okay. Press OK. Oh, no. So maybe last I didn't paste correctly. So now we have this fetch, and I like to run a backtest only on Binance because this is faster. So converted single fetch, give the backtest a name, and the rest should be already correct. Then we can save and add it to the backtesting queue. Then we go to the queue, and I have not enabled auto start, so I just press on start here and go to view log file. V7 backtest should be very fast for a single symbol. Downloading history. Yeah, I don't have the history from fetch. But downloading from Binance is very fast, so no problem. Let them running, and now show you the same on the multi. Go to run. Here we like to convert my crash configuration. This is this one. Go to edit, and here we have the same for the default configuration. It's converted here, and we also have the same on every symbol configuration here. This here are the same as using coin flags in a V7 configuration, but the converter not automatically can convert these configs to coin flags, so you have to do it manually. But it's very easy. Here I go to one of my symbols, click on edit. Now it switches to the single because I have configured it as a single configuration, not as a local multi. And here we have the configuration. This is the crash config I am using on multi. So I copy this one and go back to the multi run. And as you see here on default, I don't use this default settings from here. Every coin approved symbol has its own single config, but it's all the same. It's coming from an older version of PBGui where you really have to configure every coin as a single and then merge them together to a multi-config. This is no longer needed for this crash config. We can use only the default config and this will work the same. But okay, I taken the config from one of the coins, and now I go over to the backtester, go home, and then add the backtest, and also do the import. And here removing this one, check it first. Yes, it has all the symbols we see on the crash config, and the config is the correct from the crash config, so select OK. And now we here see these are 6 symbols. Check it again on the multi. Is it the same? Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 symbols enabled, but it's on BitGet. The symbol names on BitGet are a little different. So we have to add them manually again because the symbol names are not the same on Binance or Bybit. But it's not a big deal. Just go to the backtest other algo atom. Other algo atom we have. Check again the next trees. Dodge link Pepe. Dodge link, we have Pepe is missing, so adding Pepe, and check again the missing symbols. Pepe, Shiba, and XRP. Shiba is the same, the name of Shiba is also 1000, or remove the Bybit, we run it on Binance. So on Binance, the name should be, not sure, is it sheep? No, it's the other one, sheep, the 1000 sheep. Yeah, correct here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 symbols, same as we had here, 8 symbols. Here we have total wallet exposure of 2. Let's check if it is correct converted. No, it's not correct. This is 0.2. So here we go to 2. This is because I copy the config from one of the coins. If I would copy this one from here, then it will use the total wallet exposure from here. But I copied one of the symbol configuration, but this is all the same. It's just because the default config here is not correct. And that's why it's coming with 0.2. So you have to check everything is okay from the converter, but the numbers, these are copied correctly. You can be sure. So now let's do a multi, name it converted crash. So that's okay. The ignored symbols can be removed or let it there. This makes no difference, but I remove it. And short, we have the approved coins, but so check the config here. End position is 0, so this is correct converted. We only use the long here. Okay, let's save this and add it to backtesting queue and run a backtest. Go to the queue, start this one, and now we show the result of the single fetch here. Go to the view result, and the final balance looks nice. So let's see how the result looks. Yeah, very nice. I think this is better result as we had from a fetch configuration backtest on the single one. So the file 7 is really better after converted the config from a version 6 from the backtest perspective. Not sure if it will do it the job on live run, but I definitely will give it a try. See no reason why it should not work. So what we also can do here, go to the grid visualization, and then we can check the grid steps. So we have a relatively small grid size here on my fetch configuration that I'm using, but in practice it works very well. Let's see if I have a backtest of V6 results. If not, we can run one single backtest, just then we can compare the results, but maybe I already have run one fetch. Yes, I have some older ones. The latest I have, yes, half-year old. So this is not really comparable. This is a little bit too old. but here we have only 6,000, and this is run on Bybit, so we not have the same history. So let's do a new backtest. Go to the run and not of the crash. Go to fetch again. I'm running it on Bybit, but now we will run a backtest on Binance. Backtest. Can change the user to Binance just for using Binance data and add it to the backtesting queue. I think on the single queue I have enabled auto start, yes. So we can let this backtest running and then I can show you the compare. Okay. Now we check the backtest of the crash config. Let's see how it works on version 7. This is here. This was the fetch. Go back to the queue. It's still running. So take a look at log file where we are. Yeah, it has to download the historical data, and yeah, still downloading. So let them running. And in the meantime, I can show you another conversion. Go again to run, and yeah, go back. Can also convert a Forager configuration. Let's do this Forager MR here. Go to edit. Here I'm using Forager mode on the multi, using 10 longs, everyone with wallet exposure 2.5 or 0.5 for every symbol, for a total 2.5. And I'm not sure if I have enabled a crash config here. Yes, 2 coins are crash config. This can be simulated with coin flags, but it cannot be backtested at the moment. So for convert this configuration, simple here, copy this one, go to the backtest version 7 and create to the import, check, it looks okay. But again it not worked. Test it again, import, remove, copy, paste. Yes, now it's correct. I have to check if there's a bug in the code or if I'm just doing something wrong at the moment. This is filtered by market cap, 200 million. Check it if it's correct. Go to the run here. Yes, that's correct. The filters are copied correctly. So we can go to the backtest again. This is correct. And not sure if I have enabled only copy trading here. This is one parameter I do not convert. The version 6 doesn't have this parameter. This is a newly added parameter on version 7 in PBGui. We don't have it on version 6 because I don't longer code anything for version 6. So let it as it is, or apply the only copy trading filter, but it should be near the same as I already filtered this one. Yeah, okay, it's the same. So give it a name, converted for good. This is my email, Matrix. Coin age, this is not important as we are using the market cap filters. And total wallet exposure is 2.4. Let's check if it's correctly converted. 10 position is correct. And here I copy the real number. The real number is coming from the number of positions. We have 10 positions and 2 of them only using 0.2. So the real number is 2.4. 8 multiplied by 0.25 and this 0.2, 0.2 added. So we get this real wallet exposure. So I copy this number to the backtester. And we cannot backtest Forger on version 6, but on version 7 this is possible. So I don't run this backtest on my PC. This will take a long time, but you see you can also convert the Forger configuration. And one more thing I want to show you, you can also go to the run, add a running config by import. Here, import this one. It's coming from the, yeah, it's correct here, the user. Press OK. This is the same. And now here we can everything correct. Here we can add coin flags by open here and check this one. Here, go to edit. And here we have this crash config again. You see this number, this is coming from the crash config. Go to the run and coin flags. I think it's not sure what crash config I'm using, what coins. Dodge is one, and I think Argo is the second. Just check again. Oh no, it's Dodge and Pepe that are using here. So go to the run. Coin flags. Add Dodge. Add coin flag. And here you have to enable the config. And here we have to insert the part we see. It's only this part we don't need, only the long part. So here you have to do it manually. I will add automatically convert as soon as we can backtest it, because I will never use a config that I cannot backtesting first. But that should do the job. Here, moving this part. So this looks okay. And the mode is normal. And the wallet exposure we want to use here is this 0.2. Here, this number. But as we specify a config, it's not needed to change it here. But if you want to be sure it's the correct number, you can enter it here. Leverage not need to set. So now we can do a save. But as I'm already, no, that's okay. I don't use this user as a file 7, so that's okay. Can do a save of this coin flag. So now we have this coin flag config here with long mode normal, long wallet exposure 0.2, long config .USDT. That's the config is specified. And here we can also add the second one, the Pepe, and then save the configuration and let it run. So we have converted this configuration, but I don't do it because I cannot backtest the crash part. But what I will do, I will backtest this config on my faster optimizer PC, and then I can show you the results on the Discord channel. So, okay, so that's how you can convert Foreign configs and coin flags. And now we will check the backtests. The file 7 first. Here go to backtest. To home, now the queue. Go to the queue. And it was the converted crash here. And view the result. So let's see if a crash config can be converted. Final balance looking very well. So now 1, 2, 3. Come on, show me the result. How crazy this is. I got liquidated on this one. You see, worst drawdown was too high. But don't know why I'm getting liquidation. Yeah, crazy shit here. Okay, let's check why we got liquidated. It must be in an earlier part here. Don't know where the liquidation happened. It is not. So here we can move a little, see where it drawdown worst. Equity balanced. Yeah, it was over 100%. Don't know where the liquidation happened. Let's go in here. Don't know where it is. Yeah, okay. So crash config version 6 looks like it's not working correctly after converting them. But I think with a little bit tuning I will get this working too. Then I really don't know where the liquidation happened. Let's check the fills if we see which coins got liquidated. This all looks okay for me. Maybe it was this one. Order. Sure, looks strange. Or was it this one? XRP. Okay. XRP. Don't know where the liquidation happened. But what we can do, create a new backtest from this backtest. And let's see if we can tune some parameters. Total wallet exposure 2.0 is maybe too high. So let's check what happens if we go here to 1.5. Go to the queue and start it. And now just check the single backtest on fetch in the meantime. Single backtest fetch. Oh, double click is not the best idea. Okay, one click is better. So this is the alt config from single backtest of it. We see start with $1,000 and get up to 56,000. So now compared with the backtest on version 7, the fetch test, single fetch, show the result. Yeah, in this case, the result it's nearly double the result of a single configuration version 6. All configs I converted get the double of income on version 7 compared with version 6. So that's very nice. Can really recommend converting your configurations. So let's check the last crash config again. Hope not liquidated. Still running. View log file. Okay, it's on the plotting stage, so we can now view the result. So this time not liquidated. Check the result. So the total wallet exposure for this kind of crash config was too high. Now it looks better for me. This Pepe is crazy here on crash config. The worst drawdown is still very high, but that's normal on a crash configuration. As we buy when the crash happened, the flash crash, and sell after recovery, so this worst drawdown can get very high. So I never tested it with Binance data, so it looks like the crash config on a longer history would get liquidated. But okay, it's nice. So that's all what I want to show you for now. Have fun with this new converter and get the profits from it. Bye.